Are we
in the show start?
I mean, we're in the show. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Hurricane edition of the Rambles. You're watching this after the Hurricane Helena?
Coming at you like a hurricane.
We're going to rock you like a tropical storm, which is what it is when it's hitting Georgia right now. So you're watching this. We're recording this as it is ramping up, actually.
Something we said about rocking you like 4 inches.
Yeah. Oh, well, all right. So we got to start the whole thing over now. The cameras weren't rolling for the is that too spicy to say on the Rambles, but you know what?
It's going to be about 4 to 6 inches of rain.
Yeah, no, it's up to 10 in some places. So
I'm talking about meteorological aspects.
Yep, and that's it. And cool games and
Cool games.
and stuff that like we'll let you know if the store is open. We're going to talk about a lot of releases. I'm pretty sure Saturday where everything's going to be as normal.
Yeah.
Friday. You have already known by the time this goes out because there will be a post on everything, but obviously stay safe out there because it is going to be a lot of rain and wind. As much as I love toys, they are not worth getting blown off the road on the way to get there. You can always, order them online and do that as well. Let the postman get blown off.
Giga-Bitesonline.com.
I'll put the words
like
directly over my face to just Giga-Bitesonline.com.
Just have them play out of your mouth. Oh, you just have the puppet.
Yeah. Well, they took the puppet. The puppet's loose. We don't know where he is. Yeah, he's somewhere in the building.
Giga Bob. You would have got away with it too. It wasn't those mangy kids.
Meddling.
Stop. Why do all the kids have mange?
Why do the kids have mange? Oh, home on the mange. So yeah, welcome to the show. We're gonna talk about some stuff. We have some cool products in front of us, including one from a previous employee. That's a pretty cool. Their first published game is here. We've got some X-Men stuff to talk about, so I'm excited. We got Wizards. We got Celtic Legends. I don't know what my event card is.
Pinball.
There it is.
Pinball, because everyone loves pinball.
Everyone loves pinball. My event card was off screen, but now it's not. Now it's back here. But you know what we should do before we launch into all of this stuff? We should watch a cool commercial for one of the products you can get at Bridge and GigaBitesOnline.com.
Now.
Beneath the mountains lie the mines of Picari. Braving brutal terrain and erratic weather, the Garaki goblins, led by their greedy king Zaphrat the Great, have begun excavating 4 new mines, seeking to plunder the untold riches of coal, iron, and precious gems hidden deep below. No reward comes without risk, and the dark depths hide peril at every turn. The Mines of Picari is a strategy game for 3 to 6 players. Each player takes on the role of the chief of a tribe of goblin miners united in their hunt for profit. Each turn, you'll dig deeper into the mines, uncovering valuable resources, but the deeper you dig, the more likely catastrophe will strike. Cave-ins and dangerous gas aren't the only challenges you'll face, as you'll need to negotiate passage with the trolls that rule the shifting tunnels, restock valuable items from nearby merchants, and manage the ever-changing value of your hard-earned gems. The Goblin Chief with the most ingots wins the game, earning the vast treasure hidden within the Mines of Picari.
Wasn't that great?
That was fantastic.
It was great. David doesn't know which one it's going to be because I don't know which one it's going to be because we have like a couple of them. So you learned along with David. I'm still not going to tell him because I don't know. But we got like 3 to cycle out.
You think I watch these videos afterwards?
No. I think, do you scrub through them? And just
I scrub through them. I try to find the funny points.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
It takes about 5 seconds.
Oh, okay. I was going to say it's a lot of scrubbing sometimes. All right, so we've got some quick events to go through for the store. You've weathered the storm. Now head in to Greyhawk. I don't know if that segue makes any sense. I don't know a lot about Greyhawk, but Saturdays at 1 p.m. is a new Greyhawk campaign starting at the store, so you can play. It's an ongoing campaign set in the world of Greyhawk, which is the Dungeons & Dragons world. I didn't actually check to see if it's the new 2024 handbook or the old one, but they're basically compatible as far as I understand, so you shouldn't have any problem
I assume it is.
going with that. Yeah, the new one, you've seen some videos that we've been putting out about the new one that Phil has been recording, and it looks really good, and it's a lot easier to get into now if you're a D&D fan. Well, I guess if you're not a D&D fan. If you already were, you've been playing for 30 years or so.
So easy, you think you had 1,500 bottles of lube.
Yes, so easy, you can P. Diddy right into there.
We said we weren't going to do that joke, but we did.
Well, we didn't make the joke that we said we were going to make about it, which was far significantly worse. How do you just... That's the quantity. Somebody visualize that.
I'm not going to lie, right? Like, subscription service on Amazon will trick you in. Like every month, no lie, every month a giant box of gummy worms appears at my house from Ireland, and we're like, "Who ordered this? This is a subscription. I can't find it to delete it." It happens, man.
But at some point, are you eating them? Like, are you?
Yeah, I eat them.
Oh, do you don't have like a giant? Because somebody visualized online.
I was like, "Is he still talking about the lube?
Yeah.
you eating it? I mean, it's probably non-toxic. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's probably that's not safe.
Yeah, you know,
non-toxic.
It would go to waste otherwise, and they're tasty. They're natural confectionery companies from Ireland, so Irish candies.
Yeah.
So anyway, but so I'm saying subscriptions happen.
Have you seen the visualization that somebody did where they said like how much space that many bottles would actually take up? They did like a CGI rendering. It's like a garage full.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. We don't have those in stock, and you can't get those at the swap meet, or maybe you can. I don't know. But on October 12th, you can show up to the swap meet and see. And
you never know what you're going to get at the swap meet.
There was a pinball machine there, like a couple of maybe a year ago or so. So it's not just used Warhammer, although there is a lot of gray sprues if you're looking to bulk that up. But there's a lot of really cool collectible stuff that comes in, a lot like older comics and like I said, a pinball
you just walk
machine.
in, you take the heady scent of regret.
Yeah. Yeah, you help somebody not have to go home and go, hey, honey, you know that $1,200 I spent on orcs that I never painted? I turned it into store credit. Here's $1,200 worth of that. It's different. If you cycle it, it doesn't feel as bad.
Yeah.
I say to myself as well. And other events we have, this is not an event for us, but we're going to do something for it, I assume. I'm putting everyone at the spot on Giga-Bites. October 5th is Warhammer Day.
Ooh, that's a day for Warhammers.
Yeah, it's a day for Warhammer. They have a bunch of online previews and stuff that you can go find. We're not going to link that. You know who they are. James Workshop doesn't pay us that much. But there'll be some store stuff as well. Maybe we'll do some promotions or something. We still have some promotional materials from the launch of Age of Sigmar that I found in the warehouse. So
and we got a big restock, actually, G-Dub this week. I don't know if you want to stick a photo of it here.
Did you have to move? I have to... Here.
Well, it's going to take the whole screen.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, big restock. I saw it was mostly Marines and Nids, I want to say.
Yeah.
And there's another order gone in this week, and then Kill Team arrives next week.
October 5th
Kill
also.
Team, I can't remember the name of the game, Hivestorm?
Yeah, Hivestorm. It's the Tau, but not the Tau that I don't like. It's Bug Tau, which I think are really cool now. They're like big insect...
Pure strain, isn't it?
You've gone too far into the Tau hole for me.
I thought it was... No, I didn't think it was Tau. I thought it was Gene Stealer cults.
No, it's Tau and...
Vespids?
No, it's Imperial, one of the Imperial guys. One of the Imperial Guard. That's how old I am. I don't know what they're called. One of the Astra Militarum.
Oh, wait,
things.
It's Kill Team. No, I'm thinking Necromunda. I always mix those two up.
Kill Team is slightly above ground, maybe.
Yeah.
And Necromunda's deep in the ground.
Yeah.
No, this is that, but they look like they're giant bug warrior guys for the Tau. So the Vespid, I think.
Yeah,
is
Vespid.
what yeah,
I said.
Did you?
Yes.
Is it the same as the? I don't know. Well, you know at home, and I think they're neat looking.
Cool. I thought Vespid
I never got too much into the Gundam Tau, but I like the bug Tau.
Yeah, the bug Tau are cool.
And the Kroot.
Kroots and Vespids and Demiurgs.
Yeah, give me the weird stuff in there.
Yeah. Someday they'll have Demiurgs actually as an auxiliary force.
One day.
Oh, there's the sniff.
There's there's the deep sigh of wanting to get that on there. Yeah, and we also, so I have to call this up because Ryan was really excited. The Uzumaki Adult Swim adaptation of the Uzumaki manga is coming out on Saturday. Ryan was very excited to tell me about that. He put it in the notes. I don't know which one of those is Goku, so I don't know what we're talking about. But it's apparently really cool.
What number Pokemon is that?
I don't know. I think it's the one that is the digital one. You know, Pokemon, digital monsters. Yu-Gi-Oh is the master. I know card games really well. So that's really exciting. Ryan told me to tell all of you about that because it's been in development for years. But I guess if you already knew that, then you're like, why are these idiots telling me about it?
Yes.
Who knows? And that's basically it for right now. We have more events coming up. You can always check out the website and the Facebook for that. There's a lot more events. There's obviously all the weekly plays are going on. Mm-hmm. We have all the, Yeah,
it's pretty busy every night. I mean, I don't think there's a busier place in Atlanta.
I don't think so. Yeah, it's Tuesday nights is the board game night, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Tuesday night I went out and they were playing Slay the Spire.
Oh,
and I got to actually watch it be played because I've played the game, but I've never actually played it. And for those of you at home, if you don't know,
I've held the game many a time.
Yeah, we've all picked up the game a lot. We're very familiar with the outside of the packaging, but it was a really cool looking game. Like getting all the components out, and everybody seemed to be having a good time. So
very popular game.
Yeah. What a surprise! It was a very popular video game. Yeah. So you can get Slay the Spire at GigaBitesOnline.com. I'm gonna have to motion track so much stuff. I don't know why I set myself up for this.
You mean GigaBitesOnline.com?
Stop. I'm just going to do a black screen with like a size 10 font in the middle. We're just going to cut to that every time. And once again, as always, apologies, audio listeners. We know there's dozens of you, literally dozens of you, out there, and you're like, these visual jokes just don't land.
Don't work. I'm a visual guy.
We'll do some audio jokes for you later, which I guess, I don't know what that would be. Me slurping this drink out of this Space Marine mug.
ASMR, like.
We did the dice that one time, the Giga-Bites. They're great for that.
So what we got next? We got new stuff I see on the
We got some new stuff on the table. So we have a couple of products on each side. Do you want to start with your side?
Sure, I'm willing to always unlock the kids.
That's a good thing to do.
So I have no knowledge about it. I know the Unlock series is pretty good. It's like an escape room type thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's escape games for young detectives. There you go. I can read.
Escape games in a box, basically.
Yeah. So
Escape
this is
rooms.
new from Space Cowboys, which is an Asmodee thing. So it's new from Asmodee, pretty much. Releasing today. Oh, wow. I almost got the days wrong there.
Yes.
Yeah. So Celtic. Oh, yeah. I see. You said it was Celtic. So you get to follow Brandon, the young monk, as he learns the art of illumination and fights Crowd?
Okay, well, if you can't say it, I'm not going to
Crotch,
say
a
it.
terrifying creature. I don't know. It's about the Book of Kells. I remember terrifying creatures in the Book of Kells. What do I know? And Wolfwalkers join the adventures of Robin, who dreams of hunting wolves and discover the mysterious powers of Mev, guardian of the forest. Mev.
So what I did a brief research thing on this. It is basically a little escape room scenarios for kids, so you can kind of set them up and let them solve all the puzzles and kind of reveal what's happening. So it's a cooperative kind of thing. I want to say it's
Pretty
up
cool.
to 4 people.
The
Yeah,
artwork-
1 to 4 people.
The artwork is cute. I like the artwork on that.
Yeah, it's apparently there's some animation as well for it.
Oh,
This
the
is-
Irish folklore tree. There's a third one. Song of the Sea. Help Ben and Saoirse free the feelings of magical beings and discover the legend and powers of the Selkies.
the
The
Selkies.
Selkies. The Selkies.
I think they're going to go 5-0 this year.
Do you like that I'm able to pronounce Saoirse? Nobody else.
I didn't. I
Everyone-
don't know what you're saying.
Saoirse. Saoirse.
That's sure. This is where I have to be like, I don't know.
It is. It is. That's how it's
All right, and
pronounced.
now I'm going to pronounce it from Atlanta. Saoirse.
Saoirse.
Saoirse. Help Ben and Saoirse.
Say horsey.
Saoirse. So unlock kids. That's a heavy box.
Yeah, right.
You realize
a lot,
that?
yeah,
That's
it's pretty
solid.
cool.
There's a lot of kids in there to unlock.
Yeah. It seems to be actually a weird theme of games you play with the box, because I think you use pieces of the box to play this game, and that's why it's probably so heavy.
That makes sense. Oh, is it like Metal Gear Solid where you had to look on the back to get the code for something? I don't know if you remember that on the
I remember
PlayStation.
getting into a box and walking around, so people going,
Yeah.
"Huh, Todd, I heard something."
On the PS2, this is going to date me incredibly, but on the PS2, they had a thing where you were trying to look up a certain code to call, and then eventually Otacon or somebody would go it's on the back of the case, Snake, and you had to actually get the game case and flip it over, and it was a little
yeah.
picture on the back.
I always liked
that.
I always liked the metagaming of Metal Gear. Like, if you wanted to beat the old sniper dude, you just turn off your game for a week, and he came back on, he was dead.
He just died of old age.
Like, yeah. Or
Psycho-
you wanted to beat the psychic guy, you just plugged into the second controller and just played the second controller, and that's how you beat him.
Yeah, Psycho Man. And he would read stuff off of your
Psycho
memory
Mantis.
card.
That was
He
it.
would be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I see you like Ape Escape, huh?" And you're like, "How does he know?" It really.
How does he know?
No, people today don't understand how much that blew your mind to have a game character know stuff about you in a PlayStation game, because it's like
Nowadays, it's just normal.
Yeah, no, it's like somebody's cell phone is on during recording, or BB-8 is here to give us something about the next game.
You just pass me more info.
Yep. What did BB-8 pass you, David? Or am I going to my side?
you
Let's
go.
go. He was like, do Wizards and Co. I've done a fall. All right, we're going to get to the X-Men stuff in a second. We got an X-Men theme going on over here. So Wizards and Co. I looked at a little bit about this. You are basically setting up a dungeon, and then you're guarding loot while in the dungeon. Somewhere is the reflective box. There you go, little box shine for you. So you're setting up all your monsters and things like that. Like, you're basically the dungeon master.
Oh, Sinister Fish, that's a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a little tiny game. Not tiny like big or size-wise,
Is it heavy?
but it's not super heavy. Yeah, it's not nearly as many children in here. It's 2 to 4 players, but it's 30 to 60 minutes, so it is a lighter game like that. From what I was reading online, is it really sings at 4 players, because that's when you get a lot of the competition going on and stuff. But if you want to be part of Wizards and Corporation, not to have anything to do with Wizards of the Coast or any other wizard-named corporations, start your own Wizards, and then Richard Garfield will.
Is it Wizards Corporation and not Wizard and Company?
Is it company? I don't CO.
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 Yeah,
Wait, I
Corporation is CORP.
Oh, well, look at what I don't know.
There you go.
Well, it's Wizard Co-Core, and you can play it, and then you can argue with your friends over
About
what
the
the CO stands for.
semantics of... Well,
what-
if it's fully 4, it could still be an LLC.
That's true. Yeah, did they have a board? It doesn't say anything about. What a great game! It's like, start a business, create a board, open yourself up to
If
tax
they really
options.
want to be logistical, they could be like Wizards and Co. filing as an S Corp.
That's yeah.
LLC. Hashtag trademark.
DBA.
DBA.
Wizards and Co. DBA. Wizard Incorporated DBA. Raid, Loot, Repeat. Just a shell company of Wizard games. So live out your corporate Wizard dreams, or play this game. That sounds more fun.
I'm going to go to your competitors, Warlocks and Friends. And it's like, haha, it's just part of the shell company.
I'm part of the Witches
That's
Collective.
what we're called in Uzbekistan.
Well, Witches Collective DBA as Warlock and Friends in certain countries due to the pre-existing
As
Warlock
I learned from
licenses.
Agatha all along, I mean, you can make a coven pretty much out of anything.
Yeah.
Even the mom from the 70s show.
Have you watched the latest episode?
I've watched the first 2.
Okay, so there's some funny stuff
The
about
third one doesn't come out till today.
a cookie. No, it came out yesterday.
Oh.
I watched it last night, so either I somehow hacked into the system or it's out. I think it's Wednesdays. Thursdays is Rings of Power. Wednesdays is Agatha all along on these shows that I thought only I
Not
was
gonna
watching.
lie, I thought today was Wednesday.
No, it's Thursday. I mean, it's Friday.
Friday.
Shoot. Sorry, everyone.
It's a good show. I like it so far. I was a bit on the fence when she started out, and it was just like a detective story, and I was like, oh, I don't get it.
I think there's some cool stuff with like the neighbor. You know, when she goes to the line, like that's the neighbor's fence, and that's him kind of just talking to her like, oh, and then like I believe the police station is supposed to be the other guy's house, and that's why he just kicks her out eventually because he's like, all right, get out of here. Like, and she has the little fake car that she's been pretending to drive around in. I was like, okay, this show could be pretty clever with stuff. The third episode kind of keeps it going. They're not the teen. There was a lot of like, who's he gonna be? They're not gonna hold that spoiler back very long because they basically were just like, it's probably this guy. Yeah, but that means that, you know, maybe
I'll watch it.
another
It was
twist.
good. I need something to watch in between murders in the building.
What do you think is going to be? I think we may have said this on the show, but you know, they can't not put Yoda in it. Basically, they have to have a cameo about halfway through where they go, oh, okay, so who's the big star that's going to show up on Agatha all along?
Oh, okay,
You know, there's it's blank. I think Doctor Strange is probably too big.
He's too big.
Yeah.
He's too big.
And Wanda would be too obvious. You know,
dead anyway.
Yeah. I mean, we sort of saw a body, kind of.
Kind of, but that one does. There's many Wandas.
Yeah.
The Marvel is it doesn't matter. Like you just pull someone from another universe.
Yeah, they kill off Scarlet Witch in the Doctor Strange movie, but then they've already established that there is so many other Wandas. They could just grab another one, basically.
But there's no more Darkholds. Every one of them is destroyed in every universe ever because they don't want to do that storyline again.
It makes sense because it was like 2 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. about that book, and then they sort of kind of used that. So let us know in the comments who you think is going to be the big cameo that shows up in Agatha all along.
Ooh, maybe it will be, I don't want to say Juliana Phalange, but I know that's Phoebe's character from Friends. What's your one, Marie Dreyfus? Fontenue? From Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Try to segue to the Thunderbolts here.
I'm trying to remember her character's name.
It's like Fontainebleau or something like
Elaine. I don't know.
Well, it's Seinfeld.
I know. Veep. I don't know, but that
it's like Fontainebleau or Fontaine something.
Fontainebleau sounds
like. Yeah, because I think it always reminds me of the hotel in Miami.
So you can stay a night at the
Fontainebleau. Yeah, maybe it will character from the Thunderbolts because then it will lead straight into the Thunderbolts coming.
Would she come and like try to recruit one of them, or
Agatha as a every like we're kind of bad guy but also heroes needs like a creepy warlock. I mean, DC had that weird wavy hip lady who was like half plant.
Are you talking about DC's famous movie, The Suicide Squad?
No, Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Suicide Squad.
Okay, the Suicide Squad was the good one.
Was the good one? Yeah. Suicide Squad was the one who was like, what are they going for here? I don't know. Yeah.
You know what would really be good in this movie? Deathstroke. But you know what we're going to put in? Deadshot.
Yeah. You know what would be really good? Slipknot. So all the Slipknot fans, remember?
Slipknot was in that movie?
Yeah, he dies. He's the one that dies. His power is tying ropes really well.
Oh, I didn't know I didn't know that's the guy from Slipknot. No, he's
not the guy from Slipknot.
His name explodes.
Yeah, his name is Slipknot.
Oh!
Yeah. It's not the guy from Slipknot.
I was like, I think I would remember people in like flesh masks.
Corey Taylor or something. That would be pretty funny.
You watched a different movie to me.
That would have been a much better thing if they were just like, and it's Slipknot, but it was the entire band. Just cuts over to the whole band is there.
I mean, they haven't really done a thing where the band is just playing for like a while. Like Scully doesn't know it was over 20 years ago.
Yeah,
so
true.
When's the last time a band was just playing while someone was fighting?
Suicide Squad did use every bit of licensed movie music it possibly could,
Sure.
So they could have just had Slipknot in there somewhere.
That's what you're here for, folks. Suicide Squad.
15-year-old. How old is that movie?
That's old.
It's pretty old. You know what would be cool, though, is if there was a movie that took that concept of a bunch of loser villain type people, but then did it in an interesting way. But maybe also use licensed movie for the trailer.
Yeah, if you want your secondary characters of really nobody's super interesting. I looked at the trailer and I was like, who's that? And he's like, that's Ghost. And then like I got most excited because the guy walks in and he goes, who are you? I was like, I'm Bob. I'm like, oh my God, it's the Hydra, Bob.
And
And
then I had to go. I'd say that's the Sentry.
I'm like,
yeah,
who?
Yeah, so the Sentry. If you don't know, is like, what if Superman had the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, but was also a drug addict? And that's how he got the powers.
I thought Sentry was in Guardians of the Galaxy. Who's that guy? The gold guy.
That's Adam Warlock.
Oh my God.
Yeah, welcome to the tsunami of characters I know from Marvel. Yeah, no, Sentry is he's basically a guy that gets his powers by concoction of drugs, essentially, because he breaks in and steals a bunch of them. So, spoiler alert, if you didn't know, they're not really hiding it too much in the trailer.
Every rock star.
There's the scene where they shoot him 1,000,000 times and he's just standing there. It's like, yeah, he's kind of like, what if Superman had that and a whole bunch of problems and
What if Superman had issues?
What if Superman that's like the theme? What if Superman was Homelander? What if he was Invincible's dad? His name I can't remember right now.
What if he was Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah. What if Superman was one of us, just a stranger, on the bus, trying to make his way home?
Maybe I'm Superman. I'll take off these glasses and you'll see. Oh no, I'm just blind.
Where'd David go? Oh, whew. There was some guy here a second ago. Did you guys see that?
I'm just blind.
It was wild.
Anyway, what else we got?
Anyway, so I thought we were going to talk about the Thunderbolts trailer. So we have another game over here.
We kind of did.
Yeah. It's cool. Go check it out.
We got 60 seconds to talk about this stuff.
Haunted House Pinball. It's from.
Listen, I'm just going to throw shade every chance I get. Haunted House Pinball just in time for the holidays from Pandasaurus Games.
Is that a whole pinball machine?
Yeah, it's literally a whole pinball game. This was actually also a Kickstarter that I forgot I backed.
Look at how happy that family on the front is, taking up a quarter of the box.
Yeah, because all the monsters are here.
Well, it's so weird.
So yeah, you have to flick dice, roll to victory. A spooky game of Haunted House Pinball. Take down monsters, uncover hidden clues, and dodge trapdoors as you try to rack up as many points as you can.
Sometimes I don't look at the games before we
And
get
would have
on
got
there.
away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Yeah.
Except I said you.
You would have gotten away with it. But we caught you. But you can get away with this for the price of, well...
It doesn't say.
But
It's probably, I'm going to throw a guess of $44.99.
$44.99?
I'm going to go $44.99. It's light, but it's one of those games like where you're playing with the box.
Yeah, so if you you can see this, you roll out the whole box and you build like platforms around it and stuff, and you kind of make a cool arena pinball thing.
Yeah, it's kind of wicked.
Yeah,
I like it.
That's pretty neat.
I have the bonus points, and you're flicking the dice. So
I love games that are like kinetic.
I always wonder with these games though, because like I am a compulsive nail biter, right? I'm constantly just like gnawing at my nails, so I'm always worried that like it hurts to flick things.
Well, if you're compulsively nailing to where you have raw nubs that you're flicking it with.
That's my point.
It could be, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, you can get one of those, get a thimble. Or for anyone who's younger than 35, the thing in Monopoly that's a cup. You could get the little upside down cup from Monopoly.
Yeah, it's not a Dixie cup.
No, it's a thimble. You would put them on your finger when you were sewing.
So Georgia boy, I'll choose
yourself.
I choose the solo cup when I play Monopoly.
I play the cornhole board. Just push the cornhole board.
Oh my God, Southern Redneck Monopoly would be amazing.
It has to exist. USopoly has to have that.
Yeah, I think they call it Alabama-opoly.
Alabama.
Yeah, like you can go to
Alabama-opoly?
you go to Spencer's and they have all the themed monopolies. I'm pretty sure it's an Alabama-opoly.
You've seen at conventions the USopoly stage where they have all the monopolies and you can get like Britney Spears.
If they don't have it and they make it, I want my cut.
Yeah.
Yes.
They should make Atlanta-opoly and it's just $2.85 and you just hit potholes and launch into the sky like a Fast and Furious movie. Yeah. But don't worry, all the potholes are now filled with water, so you can just hydroplane right over.
Oh yeah.
Just slide right into the person next to you.
Just like Atlanta.
Can I talk about X-Men now?
Sure, go ahead.
All right.
I'm here for you.
All right.
Oh, wait, no, that's Wonder Woman.
It's
yeah.
Okay, you know what? I can only hear myself breathing in that helmet, so we're not going to do that bit with the Magneto helmet.
Get out of my head, Charles.
It's this is what it worked. I'm sad that has a big dent in it. Somebody tried to get into my head, Charles. So I have some X-Men stuff to talk about. The first is the Marvel Champions Nightcrawler release, or what did you call him? Fuzzy Deadpool.
That wasn't me, but okay.
Who said that?
Yeah,
Somebody came in and said, "Oh, I thought that was Fuzzy Deadpool." Oh, it was Matt. And it's like, yeah, I can kind of see that.
Fuzzy Deadpool.
Fuzzy Deadpool. So the Nightcrawler Champions box is out either Friday or Saturday. It's out by the time you're watching this.
So I guess it has something to do with Azrael? Is that Azrael?
Yeah.
See, I knew.
Canonically his dad now, I think, finally.
Really? But they were both alive in the 70s.
Well, which timeline?
60s.
Where are you? What?
First Class.
X-Men. Okay, so X-Men First Class. also doesn't get the timeline right.
I gave up trying to figure out those movies, and they changed all the timeline anyway.
Well, this whole second movie was about changing the timeline.
They changed. Was it Stryker?
Yeah.
No. Who did? What's the short guy? Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, he was Stryker.
And he used to be what's his name from Predator.
I think.
Ada.
Yeah, I think no, it wasn't Stryker because Stryker was the young guy in Days of Future Past. He was
Stryker,
Trask.
Trask,
the creator of the Sentinel program. Yeah, because in Days of Future Past, they go back and they stop him because he's creating it.
Yeah, but first he was like the big burly black guy from Predator. Oh, what's his name? He's shaved himself with the razor. I can never remember. He's dead now.
I was gonna say Carl Weathers.
No, not Carl Weathers. He's also dead now.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, he was the CIA agent. No, there was the guy who was the bald guy who was like buddy with Jesse Ventura, and he got really sad when Jesse Ventura got his chest blown out. Picks up the gun, shoots. And
oh, like, yeah.
Thanks. He's like,
what is his name?
And then the Predator starts repeating, anytime.
Yeah. That guy.
That guy.
We'll show
they
his name.
They replaced him with Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Which seems like a complete 100%
That is
change.
really just going
just
all
going
the
to
way
say
on
that's
there.
a slight change.
Yeah,
you
you would never notice.
Yeah.
Really, silhouettes exactly the same. I was trying to explain Days of Future Past to someone the other day, and it was like, so what happens in there? And I was like, well, it's a movie that features the old X-Men from a different timeline and the new ones, and then the new ones have to go back and they send Wolverine back in time with his brain to go back, and then he fights in the 70s.
I think the Doctor put it best when it was timey-wimey wibbly wobblies.
Yeah, it's wild. It's a good movie though. I like X-Men set in like the 70s. It's fun. It's a little different.
I like those are good X-Men. It's not like the bad X-Men.
Not like, well, it also gave us the best role for Apocalypse. Speaking of that timeline. Because it followed the X-Men rule, which is first X-Men movie in a trilogy or quadrilogy is pretty good. Mm-hmm. Second one is either really good or also pretty good. And then after that, there are no more, and they never do Dark Phoenix. They've never attempted it, and they never will.
They've definitely never tried it multiple times.
But you know Oscar Isaac from the hit movies The Star Wars, right? And X-Men Apocalypse, where he played Apocalypse.
Oh, okay.
That's
where we're going.
This guy, yeah,
like,
Apocalypse.
and Moon Knight?
Yeah, I know, and Moon Knight.
I was trying to think what else he was in.
He was in I saw him in like a romantic comedy thing that was pretty funny, but I can't remember the name of it.
X-Men Apocalypse?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Charles and Magneto's romantic comedy. So the Apocalypse set, I'm pretty excited about this. Apocalypse is one of my favorite villains from the old X-Men cartoon show. He's kind of a villain that his powers are whatever they thought was really cool to animate at the time. Like, does he need a big axe for a hand? Yeah, he can do that. Does he need to grow really big? Yeah, he can do that. Does he have laser eyes? Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? It looks neat. And he also captured Angel and turned him into Archangel, which, if you're an edgy teen in the 90s and early 2000s, Archangel was your jam. He had wings made out of knives, and he could shoot the wing knives, and he was brooding, and he brooded a lot.
I always like Gambit.
Gambit was pretty up there, too.
That was my favorite X-Men.
Gambit's pretty up there, too. Did you like...
Ooh, about to make a name for myself!
Did you like... Well, about to make a name for myself.
I haven't seen the movie yet.
What?
I still haven't seen Deadpool.
Oh, well,
I just know that.
All of Deadpool is on TikTok now. Like, they have every single scene. I like that they were like, we're going to keep it secret who's in this movie. And a week later, they brought everybody on stage. And we're like, thanks, everybody, for being in the movie. So
weird. If you show what's in the movie, people might want to go see it.
Yeah.
How strange.
I think that movie made like $1 billion.
Yeah,
it's done. And they're going to keep Hugh Jackman around for another 90 years.
I can't wait till it comes on Disney Plus, because then I'm going to just watch it there.
Yeah.
Inside Up 2 is on Disney Plus this week. I keep turning it on, and I'm terrified of the emotional angst it's going to cause in me.
Yeah, because this is like, I heard this one is pretty devastating.
Yeah. Is there just no good emotions? Like, there's fear, NUI,
there's joy.
anxiety. Joy is the most neurotic of them all.
I know, but I think that's I know, right? The Joy is actually the worst character, because...
And she keeps getting usurped by others, so you could almost say the joy is short-lived.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, also, this one is like...
Well, we went a little deep there.
The character's getting into, like, teen life, too, so, like, all the emotions basically should just be fighting.
It's like NUI... No, fear already exists. NUI... they've already got disgust, and the other one is like... it's like Disgust Part 2. I don't know.
Disgust Part 2?
Yeah.
Vile retching.
More disgust. And then embarrassment. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. As a teenager.
Anxiety, and then nostalgia appears for a second.
I don't think my embarrassment ever kicked on, which is probably the reason for a lot of dumb stuff I've done.
That's why we were sitting on a show talking about random crap.
Talking about toys and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can pick out, and you can go get Angel and Archangel and Apocalypse, and we're gonna do some Marvel Crisis Protocol. If you look up there, David, the audience at home can't see. You see all those buildings up there?
Oh, right,
Drew built a bunch of buildings for
I
us.
thought you were leaving me for another video.
No, it's up there, but I make it really tiny, and it's just in the top of the screen. We have a bunch of buildings now, so we have a full gameplay table thing, and John S. himself from Giga-Bites has committed to coming in and recording some videos with me.
Nice.
We're gonna play some Marvel Crisis Protocol. In fact, if you're a fan of the game, let us know what you want to see. I think between the two of us, we have every team but Inhumans, because... but we can get an Inhumans team together if we need to. So let us know who you want to see fight, and we'll do some cool like story things. And I know Apocalypse and Archangel is probably going to be on there as well. So check them out.
Down. Thump.
What's that in your hand?
What's this?
What's this?
This is
There's
a book
pirates
about
everywhere.
scurvy boogers. Scurvy boogers. So for any of you who know, our own beloved Irene Zelensky, who used to work for us at Giga-Bites. Sorry, did you work for Giga-Bites or Bridge? Giga-Bites.
Giga-Bites.
Has since leveled up and now has gone to go work for Steve Jackson Games, maybe, but is also...
You might have heard of him.
Yeah, you may have heard of such games as...
It's the indie titles.
Munchkin, Ogre, other things. There is other thing, I can't think of them off the top of my head. But Irene also writes RPG books.
Yeah.
So level 99, right? Level 99? No, 9th level games.
Yes.
So not level 99, just the 9th level. Has had her published her game, but Scurvy Buggers, which is about finding love on the high seas.
Yeah.
Set sail the Caribbean, it never was, but should have been. I mean, yeah. Exploration of the drama, relationships, and found family aboard ship. Scurvy Buggers takes historical piracy, and I like that it's piracy spelled with a Y, adds a dash of modern sensibilities, and shakes it all together with a rapier. Together with your friends, create your own pirate ship and populate her crew in a troop-style RPG. And battle each other for loot, love, and the freedom of the seas. Damn. This was a Kickstarter we backed.
Piracy with the Y in the front. I was like, how else do you spell piracy?
Yeah, piracy. P-Y-R-A-C-Y.
But it has a Y at the... I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, I'm dumb. I spent that whole time going...
Rum role-playing and Revelry 08. I like it. So this is $14.99. This is like super affordable Kickstarter game that we got. And we also got this, and the other one is like something in Sensei and Sensibility, which is the other game this Kickstarter came with that I assume is something to do with Japanese culture and Mr. Darcy.
And Mr. Darcy, yeah. Mr. Darcy, noted samurai and Ronin, travels the land.
Wouldn't that be amazing? I mean,
It may be. That may be
Sense
the
and Sensibility in zombies, right? So they could surely make like...
I thought it was Pride and Prejudice and zombies.
Oh, they did make Prejudice. That's Mr. Darcy as well.
Yeah.
Wait, is Mr. Darcy
I don't
Pride
know.
and Prejudice?
Oh.
Sensibility?
Somebody on Book Talk is going mad right now.
Mr. Darcy's not Sensibility. Well, I never read that.
Which one was Pip? Pip was... It's Great Expectations.
No, that was Joe. J-O. Joe. I read that for school.
What, Great Expectations?
Yeah.
I thought Pip, that was the name they called him, the kid.
Was he Pip? All I know is like he meets J.O. Joe, and that's like his kind of like father figure, and then he frees the prisoner, and he thinks the old rich matron and her snooty daughter are the ones that are being his benefactors, and turns out to be the prisoner he rescued long ago.
Yes.
Never understood the whole reason. That's just there you go. That's the book.
Well, Miss Haversham, that's the name of the old lady. That's the only thing that I really liked is because all the clocks
it's
are
like
like...
she's just gaslighting him for like the whole book. It's like, no, it was me, the criminal all along. I was actually wealthy and therefore was your benefactor.
It's almost like that excessively long book was written because Dickens got paid per chapter to publish at the time. So that book really... I'm sorry, ninth grade English teachers, that book takes a while, but this book doesn't take a while.
Check this out. We have copies of Giga-Bites. It was another Kickstarter. These are all Kickstarter games that we back because we are super huge Kickstarter backers.
Super huge.
Super huge. So super excited about that. Irene, well done. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I run to Irene every year at Gamma, and she talks to me for like a minute because she's running around like super busy.
Yeah, I usually see
and I'm not because I usually sit in the bar for most of Gamma.
My interactions with
don't
Irene,
tell my wife I'm not working.
My interactions with Irene is like, oh, Irene. I'm like, hey. We get the one-armed shoulder hug, and then they got to go back off and do something, and I got to go do something. Yeah.
But yes, that's all the new games, though. Speaking of Kickstarters, and when you made me look up here, I actually did see one of the publishers that we work with is Deliverance. So like talking about cool Kickstarters that are out at the moment. Deliverance is an awesome like Christian-themed warfare, armies of heaven versus armies of hell fighting made by Lone Games, and the expansion. It's not a standalone expansion, is on Kickstarter right now, and he actually blew it out of the water. I mean, the first day he was like 200% of his original first game goal.
Yeah.
I think it's like over $250,000 after like 3 days.
It's pretty wild.
That's something to check out because we have already backed it as a store. Because people ask me all the time, like, have you backed this game, backed this game, backed this game? And we did actually back that. I can't remember. It's like Fallen Armies of the Free. I don't know.
That's exactly the title.
So
I'm gonna Photoshop
search
the
Deliverance
copy.
like Kickstarter. You can check it out, and then we have backed that as a store. We'll have copies of that. Since we're the fulfillment house, we'll have them super quickly. And then Winter Rabbit is another one that we're going to be working with Absurdus Productions. We're going to do the fulfillment, and it was really cool actually because this is leading into my industry talk. Winter Rabbit. I checked it out, and I'm like, oh, this thing is done, and I was like, but I can still back it. So I had completely missed the project, and now Kickstarter has launched this whole late backer thing. That's really awesome. You can go in afterwards and like still back the game. And actually, I post on Facebook because that's what I do. I like to live my life loud on Facebook.
He's a big social media guy.
I am a big social media guy. And it started a good conversation where people were like, is this good, is this bad? Because, typically you do Kickstarter ends, you miss out. It goes to the pledge. And GameFound does it. GameFound, you can late pledge on a lot of stuff. But often you have to go to like BackerKit or Pledge Manager or Hive. All great systems. We love Hive. And back there or by yourself. But I was actually able to go straight from the Kickstarter, search it up, and like pledge as a retailer. So like they got an extra $170 or something.
Nice.
I mean, just because I was able to go, oh cool, I didn't miss out.
Yeah,
I thought that was really neat.
It makes it easier for people to.
But people were like,
in.
how clear is it? Like, what's my impetus to actually back the game now, and instead of just wait until the late pledge? Someone posted, and I was like, well, what happens if it doesn't pledge because you didn't back? Like, if it doesn't send, like, why would you wait? There's no.
Yeah, if you're gonna get it either way,
there's no reason to not back.
Go ahead and get it and have get it set up.
So so what do you think? Answers on a llama in the Himalayas.
Yes.
I'm doing it again.
Oh no, the bit returns.
Yeah, I will beat a horse so dead.
And also a joke.
It will not reincarnate for at least 200 years.
Also, we got to get rid of those horses out back. By the way, there's a lot of them. Yeah, the horse dumpsters.
But no, I thought it was a really cool thing because like it allowed me to find it and Kickstarter. Like we always say at the store, when you search for a game, one of the first links that's going to come up is Kickstarter. So like, I was able to find it and look at it and back, which I might not have thought about because if I had looked at it on the Kickstarter and saw I couldn't pledge, I might never move on to BackerKit to see if I could still get it. So.
Yeah, actually.
So publishers, that's really interesting.
I had a meeting with Small Monster Games yesterday, which is coming to Bridge for some wholesale stuff like that. So wholesale people, get ready. We'll get pre-orders up probably by the time you're watching this. And they have a couple of Kickstarters coming down the line that they're going to use us for. And they were asking, should we use a Kickstarter page or just go ahead and fund it ourselves? And I was saying, if you are going to do a Kickstarter, it's great because that's the first thing you're going to find when people search. Yeah. And so you have that placeholder there, even if you only do $2 or $3 grand worth on there, and you're just kind of saying this is just to help pay for the bills and shipping and stuff.
It's just more marketing as well.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you ever not do a Kickstarter? I've heard that before. Where it's like, I have the funds to fund it myself. And it's like, yeah, but it's like free advertising on a Kickstarter. Like, you do it right. Obviously, you stick a Kickstarter up and you do no work. It's going to fall flat in its face and you're going to be depressed. I know from experience.
But you could talk to if you're worried about your Kickstarter not launching.
Ooh.
Launch Boom.
Oh.
Yeah, our friends over at Launch Boom. So I did a panel. I'm not going to put the panel in. It's like a 2-hour panel.
But you can put a link to the panel.
I can put a link to the panel there, or there, or there, or maybe there. Maybe just
there.
over David's face. Just David's head is replaced by a link, a QR code. Punisher 2099 style, just a big QR code.
I like it.
So we did some panels for them, and they can help you like get a Kickstarter game. So if you're watching this and you're like, I'm not sure if it's going to be, you don't want to have a failed one, and you're worried about that nervousness or something like that, they can make sure it's basically funded immediately, and it's not a super expensive marketing service to do like that. And like anytime any retailer that I know of is buying a game, and they go, oh, Wizards & Co. Okay, and they search it. If there's a Kickstarter and it's fully funded and it looks good, they're going to go, cool. I believe this is a real product that can be there. I believe
this is a product and it looks well put together. Like it's not just like 2 gerbils that have been like super glued together and told to run. They're still the seals, man.
I got to stop my game of 2 gerbils glued together. How did you know my next topic?
And I think that's great because that really will help. So you have that, and you do your Kickstarter, and like what a really interesting thing, and I wonder if Kickstarter will be able to do it because I've seen GameFound do this, where even after the Kickstarter is done, people are still using the platform as a way to take pre-orders and orders. So like we're doing Isafarian Guard right now for Kickstarter fulfillment, and to get that.
It's not our Kickstarter.
And the really interesting thing is, we got all his product, and the orders are a mix of hey, this was during the Kickstarter's life, and this was when it was like after the project, and he has his pre-orders, and he was doing pre-orders up till now, just taking them through GameFound. I thought that was a really cool thing, so I wonder if Kickstarter will do the same.
Yeah, that would be pretty smart. It feels like they need to really parallel what GameFound is doing to keep being an option
Relevant.
for that. And I think it's good because Kickstarter also, when you say, I say it a lot, but I mean crowdfunded, because sometimes it's not Kickstarter, but it's kind of like you don't say, I need to go use a web search tool. You Google it. Even if you dial Bing for some reason, you still say you're going to Google it. So it'd be good for Kickstarter to jump on that. Kickstarter, I know you're watching this. They make their decisions based on what we think.
That is my goal in life. Is like, I'm not going to fulfill this. I'm going to bridge it.
Oh, yeah. We're going to bridge the gap?
Yeah.
What was it?
Cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, but don't burn it.
Yeah,
Don't burn the bridge.
Never burn the bridges.
Don't burn our bridge. Please don't burn us. Although right now we're pretty waterlogged, so we'll probably be okay.
Yeah, sure.
You were pretty soggy over here. So the last thing I had on my list was Be Safe 4 Hurricane. But I don't know why I wrote the number 4. I'm more literate than that.
It's not even a category 1.
Yeah, I know. Be Safe 1 Hurricane? Isn't that a K-pop band, 1 Hurricane?
I'm sure
It probably is, yeah. Yeah, but then also I realized by the time this goes out, most of it has passed us at least, and Florida may or may not be there.
Yeah.
So
Tell me what else we have. What else we have coming up? What's going on? Oh, I'll be at Essen Spiel next week.
that's
Essen
true.
Spiel.
Yeah, I've seen your calendar's pretty booked. I don't know if you want to.
Spiel.
Pass me a towel. Wait, no. No, I completely did that bit wrong.
Pass me the loop.
Is
in Germany, you're all into that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah. What? So. I'm not editing this.
Landing into Essen. I'll be in Essen on Wednesday. If you're a publisher and you want to meet up, I don't know why you would want to meet after watching this video.
If you still want to meet up.
Mike Connolly is here. Zach. You can set up any free space. As you said, my calendar is pretty full, so we have full-on meetings for like claiming projects for the next year or so. Trying to lock those timelines in, and just meeting our current partners. I mean, we're meeting with actually we're going to dinner with Stone Sword Games, who did Senjutsu. Also Paper Fort Games, who are doing Terraria and did Cosmoctopus, and possibly some more stuff coming up in the future. Yeah, so super exciting.
That's cool. And if you don't know what Essen is, I think, is it the world's biggest?
I think it is the world's
biggest. At this point, board game?
I don't know if it's that or Nuremberg. But I call it the Gen Con of Europe, is how I explain it to people. Because it is basically their equivalent of Gen Con.
Yeah, it's massively huge. Yeah. So you're going to be walking around a lot. I'm sure. Can we? I think we tried to get you to commit last time. Can we get at least one shaky walking thing where you're out of breath and you're like, there's crowd noises in the background.
We can like FaceTime in. You can like record it. You can be doing the rambles here, and I'll just like. Boop.
Oh yeah. So I'll split the screen in half, and one of them will be like a 480p resolution webcam.
It'll just be me like this, like walking around the convention hall. My brother's going, so it's going to be exciting.
Oh great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I don't have to replace you with the clone van.
I mean, you can replace me with the Prophet. You can replace me with the Prophet if you want, or the Puppet, whichever works.
Can I replace you with Prophet?
Oh, I was going like Prophet, like Moses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right. Well,
yeah.
I didn't know that. I don't think we could ever replace you.
Oh.
The Rambles wouldn't be the same, but I guess we'll find out next week.
It'd be less rambly.
That's probably true, yeah.
True.
Yeah, next week it'll probably be like a short 60-second spot, and that'll be the whole thing.
To be honest, if you're watching the Rambles and you're not watching for the Rambles, for rambling, and you expect some sort of structure, why?
Yeah, why?
Why?
Well, maybe hear me out. Your dog is scared when you leave without noise on. At this point, we're on 5 episodes of about an hour each. So you got 5 hours of Rambles. As we keep adding onto the playlist, just put that on. Give your pets the entertainment of the Rambles at home.
Why don't you just watch dog TV?
They could. I know I love dog TV.
Yeah.
But we could be better than dog TV. That's our first goal. We got to get better than dog TV for dogs.
Yeah.
We got to do more dog-focused content, basically.
I like it. More dog-focused content. I'm sure we have some games about dogs. Because right now, it seems to be a games about mushrooms.
Yes. Mushrooms and pirates.
Because we're doing Mycelia fulfillment right now. Yeah, it goes through waves. There's actually 2 games called Mycelia. There's Mycelia, and then there's also this other game, which strangely enough is also called Mycelia.
That's not confusing at all.
It seems to go through waves. There was a while, for years it was cats.
Yeah.
Last month we had this wave of religious themed games between Deliverance and The Flood. Rise of Babel? Yes. And there's a few other ones like that are religious themed, and now it's there is actually a bunch of pirates. There's not a bunch of pirate games coming out recently.
Pirates, it's like it ebbs and flows and rises and falls, and then
just like the high seas.
Yeah, just like romance on the high seas.
Oh my God, it makes no sense that you could have like Sense and Sensibility and Pirates released together in a Kickstarter because it's high tea on the high seas.
That's it. That almost hit me in the face.
Which we're doing actually. Yeah, we're doing actually. That's one thing we didn't have on the list.
Oh, it's not on the list
At some
yet.
point in Giga-Bites, we're doing another taro and tea.
Spooky Taro and Tea.
Spooky taro and tea.
Check the link
Yes.
somewhere for the sign up for that. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know why I didn't write it down. I got excited about the Thunderbolts thing because I got you to watch the trailer, and then I
The
wanted.
trailer was interesting.
I wanted to talk
liked
about it because I love
liked it.
Marvel stuff. I'm sorry, everyone. I like
I
Marvel
will.
stuff.
I'm going to enjoy it because it's not the same old Marvel stuff. Like,
No, they've given up on that. I think
Yeah.
they've stopped
please
because,
just go back to what it was before.
and it's I like what's his name? I've completely blanked. The U.S. agent
Johnny
guy.
Walker.
Yeah. I liked him. I like the shot in the
Johnny
trailer of
Walker.
him dragging a guy's head along the wall with the
Yeah.
shield. It's like, okay, what if Captain America was just an absolute jerk? And I like Ghost a lot.
Would then he'd be what's his name from The Boys?
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah. Well, that's what if Captain America was. I can't say on television. But yeah, I'm excited for the Thunderbolts thing, and we know that Harrison Ford turns into the Hulk in it because they've already shown us that. Oh, I think I just spoiled that for David.
Yeah. He turned into Red Hulk in another movie. What movie is he in?
Oh no, that's Captain America. You're
Yeah,
right.
I was
That's
like,
Captain
that's-
America.
that's-
I think it's rumored.
Falcon.
I think it's rumored that he's in
Or,
Thunderbolts, but it's
what-
confirmed that he's in
New
Captain
World,
America.
New World Order? Is that what
Yeah,
it's called?
no, they changed it. They're like because there was some problem with the name or
Oh.
something like that, like international rights. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's in Captain America. I think it's rumored in Thunderbolts that General Ross is in it. That Harrison Ford Ross is in
strange.
it. I like that the original actor for it passed away, and they were like, let's get an older guy to play. Let's get Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford, who just seems to hate making movies.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
But yet is
he
consistently
has that.
making
He has
them.
that thing where I can't remember what it's called. Answer on 3 chickens wrapped in a vest. Like where one side of your face is happy, the other side's mad.
Oh yeah, it's like
He's
a.
like,
got
but
the-
it's not like it's like literally thing like his mouth all curves up and down, and one of his eyebrows is always like happy and the other scowling.
He's like
there's actually a thing for that.
he's trying to hunt the Batman.
Yeah,
Harris-
that's what I'm excited too. Is actually the Batman 2 because that new Penguin show is on TV.
Yeah, have you watched it? I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I think I love the Batman.
I'm
Like, that's a
living in the
good-
early 2000s right now. I'm watching Dexter and the Strain. So,
David's just regressing back to the comfort food
yeah,
stuff
but
like
the
that.
Before times.
That's okay. I watch Community like once a month. I just go
digging
through
into
all
that
of it.
nostalgia hole. It's
Yeah.
really bad. I watched Seinfeld.
Which
Has
because
whatever her name is.
in the oh no.
Oh, Fontainebleau. Elaine is the head honcho. So yeah.
Yeah, Fontainebleau just sounds like either
Yeah,
a
I'm pretty
fake
sure
commercial.
I'm sure it's Fontaine.
It's
Blue
probably
or
is.
something. Yeah.
I'm ashamed that I don't know the Marvel character comic and you know the name. And I'm over here deep quoting the Apocalypse lore and I'm like, I don't know, some evil lady that's not Amanda Waller but is basically Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller,
Yeah.
but in better movies.
So go watch the trailer for Marvel's The Suicide Thunderbolts right now. Do you know it has a little asterisk on it at the end?
Isn't Suicide Thunderbolts if you were to walk outside in this hurricane?
You would
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
Suicide
Do you know that most people that get struck by Thunderbolts live?
Do you know
I
you're more
learned
likely to
that.
be killed by a cow than you are to be killed by a shark?
Yes. Yeah, I've been around cows.
Yeah.
I can see they're vicious.
Yeah.
They just look at you, and you know.
I don't know if I believe that.
Time's
That
up.
seems like anti-Chick-fil-A talk right there.
Would it be anti-Chick-fil-A? Well, I
Because
guess.
you want to eat more chicken, and therefore if you're anti-cow, you're like, no, I'm not going to eat more chicken. I'm not going to listen to you, cow. You kill more people than sharks.
So which company is selling sharks? Is that Long John Silver? Can you eat a shark? I guess you
Popeyes.
could. Popeyes? I mean,
No, that's chicken.
yeah. Yeah.
Popeyes the Sailor Man.
that is a
sell
confusing tie-in. Hold on. I don't think it's the same Popeye. I think that there's a distance between Robin Williams Popeye.
Here we are talking about your southern fried foods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vegetarian and the guy from Ireland talking about southern fried foods. We know a lot about
Oh,
it.
you could do a southern friedopoly.
There's got to be.
Southern friedopoly? Yeah.
Southern friedopoly, yeah.
You land on the, what's the name? The True Honest House? Is it the Honors House? No, the Dwarf House.
Dwarf House, yeah, the
Yeah,
one in
one in
Rome.
Rome, yeah.
Yeah, I've been in there. You can go through the little door.
I've been to the original one that's down in somewhere in Atlanta.
Yeah. In the one in Rome, they have the little door for kids, but you can go through it as an adult. And they
You shouldn't.
they don't like you when you do it. But if you're bored and you're a Barry student like I was at the time, you can take all 6 of your friends in the minivan, and each of you can crawl through the little door, and every single person goes through and goes, oh, it's so big in here, and it's they get really tired of that. But also, it's a Chick-fil-A where you sit down and they come up and like serve you.
Yeah, I like those
stuff.
Chick-fil-A's.
Yeah,
Cool.
I
want to be fancy when I meet my nuggies.
Do you know at Moe's they don't yell at you anymore? This is we're completely lost the thread of the point now. But they're not supposed to yell at you anymore when you go in.
Wow.
That was like I wanted to get yelled at when I went in Moe's.
Place.
Yeah.
Welcome to Moe's.
Yeah. I think this isn't a Chipotle. You just
all I know is Elemental of El Pollo Loco.
Oh,
I love me some El Pollo Loco, the green stuff. I love the green sauce.
Well, they have green
anyway,
sauce at other places.
That's
Wait, hold on. El Pollo Loco, wasn't that Breaking Bad?
No, that was El Pollo Hermanos.
Oh, right. The Chicken Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah. Gus, that was his name.
Do you ever want someone really menacing but also look like, a middle school principal? You hire that guy.
Yeah, he's a great...
Giancarlo Esposito.
He is a great, calm villain.
He was in the movie Abigail recently I saw. That's a really good movie. Rated badly, like people reviewed it badly, but they kidnap a little ballet girl and it turns out she's a vampire.
Oh, I remember seeing the trailers for that.
It was a good movie. It has,
I think that hit theaters for roughly a day. If it even went out at the theaters.
Yeah.
I think it was...
I don't want to watch The Strain again because one, vampires. Right, I like vampires. But two, one of the bad guys in it is the vet from The Strain. The rat exterminator guy is in that movie.
Have you ever seen Midnight Mass? Speaking of vampires. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure that was at least on your radar.
It's a great show. If you haven't watched Midnight Mass on
on
Netflix, Midnight Mass. That's a great one.
It is a good show. And we're getting into spooky stuff because next week is Halloween. Or not. Next week is October. It's not Halloween. I don't know what I'm doing.
Month is
this is just straight vodka.
This is Halloween.
This is Halloween.
We already have a Nightmare Before Christmas playing.
This is Halloween.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of Halloween themed things just to kind of bring it some way back on brand. Halloween themed stuff at Giga-Bites. So Halloween, the tarot and tea, different events. Maybe we'll even have a Halloween party. I don't know. Probably not. Maybe.
A Halloween costume party? Maybe a costume contest?
Ooh.
Would be kind of neat to see. Like, what kind of costumes? I'm going to dress up as a guy that walks up and explains my D&D character for 30 minutes to one of the staff members while they're trapped in the little RPG section where it's hard to, like, juke and roll.
I'm going to spray paint my shoes gold and get myself a bottle of wine. It's an in-joke.
Okay. I was like, I don't know where this is going, but
I have a winery.
I'm along for the ride. Oh, yeah. Well, I just whine a lot, so that's what I have.
In-joke.
Oh, the computer was telling me we've been recording for 45 minutes. That was what that ding was. So we should probably get out of here and go put some sandbags down in front of the doors, prepare the boat. Oh, we have the flood game. How many of those do we need to build an ark? I'm going to start working on that right now.
How many do we have to build a pirate ship and find love on the high seas that is 75 for 285 for the next day?
Yeah, be careful out there. After you have been careful out there. I keep forgetting because of the time thing. Or if you're listening to the podcast, maybe you're listening during the hurricane because it comes out like a couple hours earlier. So yeah.
Anyway,
thank you for watching.
This has been extra rambly.
This has been super rambly. Go watch the stuff. Check out all the links in the video. They're all below if you missed them during because you can't click on the video.
Except this one that's up here.
I'm just gonna cut the screen in half. It's just me rambling and just links floating up anymore. We'll miss you next week, but we'll get some cool video recorded and stuff.
There, I'll be shaking cam.
We'll be shaking cam like that. So check out all the cool stuff at Giga-Bites this weekend. And this has been the Rambles. I'm Zach.
I'm Dave.
We'll see you next time.